Hey everybody, it's Leon of Body Mind 360, and this is a June 2020 update for my BeachBody on-demand 10 rounds must-watch primer video. So the original video I made about 2 months ago, this one's gonna have some additional add-ons, so you're gonna see some footage that's a little older and some footage that's a little newer. The main goal for this video is if you are a beginner to the 10 rounds program, either working with me as one of my clients or just doing it by yourself, especially if you have a lot of weight to lose. So whether it's 25 pounds, 50, 75, 100 or more pounds, this video is going to prepare you for my other 5-minute videos that are going to break down each workout and show modifications for beginners. After the break, I'm going to go in depth about some of the key things that you need to know so that not only can you get the most out of the 10 rounds program safely, but information so that you understand my 5-minute kind of synopsis videos that I'm going to be creating as well. So check it all out after the break. Now, if you're enjoying this content, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you're notified when new videos drop. Let's get going. Okay, so the first little addendum I wanted to throw out right at the beginning is to kind of give individuals realistic expectations of how to go through this program. Now, if you're brand new to the program, the key to success is to find the right pace for these workouts for you. In the actual videos, they tell you to go at your own pace, but that doesn't mean that much to a lot of people. They go pretty fast. The actual people in the video are in really, really good shape. So if you're a beginner and you've either never worked out, or let's say you have a lot of weight to lose, trying to keep up with them is going to be kind of unrealistic. All right, so here is my pacing guide to completing the 10 rounds program, depending on how much weight you need to lose. Now, I am basing this off an average height individual. So if you are a complete beginner, you've never done this, and you have the most amount of weight to lose as far as categories, so this would be 75 plus pounds, 75, 100, or 150. In this tier, your realistic expectations should be to just try and finish this program using all of my maximal modifications to decrease the difficulty. And think of it as trying to go at a quarter speed. A quarter speed, moving up eventually half speed. So if they're punching 1, 2, 3, 4, that kind of rate, now your goal is going to be just nice and easy movement. You're going to be focusing on the form and just listening to your body. If you start getting winded and a little uncomfortable, that means you're going too fast. When you have that much weight to lose and being a beginner, it's all going to be a shock to your system. So keeping it easy so you don't burn out, hurt yourself, or just get demoralized and quit is going to be the goal. And again, even if you go at a slow rate, if you finish the 6 weeks, you will have succeeded. This is going to be a long-term journey for you to lose the weight you want to lose, which is fine. Once you go through the program once and go through it a second time, it's going to be much, much easier. Now, the second tier are individuals that need to lose between 25 and 75 pounds. Okay. In this tier of individuals, also if you're a first-time user of this program, your goal is going to be obviously to finish the program. Now, in addition to that, you want to go probably about half speed to 3/4 speed. Again, you still have a good amount of weight to lose. You don't want to push yourself too hard, hurt yourself, burn yourself out. So try and aim to go about half speed of what you see on camera. And as you get more comfortable with movements, you can move it up as you see fit. If by the end of the workout you're getting closer to 3/4, 2/3 to 3/4 speed, that's awesome. And again, you should get some really good results of the program. Second time through, you can kind of go towards that next year of progress. Now, if you have this set of weight still to lose, but it's your second time through the program, you can always push yourself a little bit since you're going to know what is coming ahead in the program, but anytime you're doing a program like this the first time, be conservative with your estimates. Now the final tier, again, assuming this is your first time through, is somebody that's already in pretty good shape, but maybe has, you're trying to get some abs, you're trying to push yourself, push your conditioning. Maybe you have anywhere between, let's say, 10 to 25 pounds of weight to lose. Now, depending on your experience of boxing, especially here, if you've done boxing or kickboxing workouts, you're going to be able to push yourself. You're going to be able to start at about 2/3 to 3/4 speed and push yourself to equal the speed on the video, and then really push your conditioning. Even with some clients that are going through this for the second time, I have them, in addition to doing these 5 workouts in a week, throw in an extra workout here or there to kind of push their conditioning to the next level. So when you're in that zone, either the first time and have experience, or doing this through the second time and still needing 10 to 25 pounds of weight to lose, that's when you're pushing towards that full speed as you see in the video. Now, I also in this video wanted to add a comment about the punches and stances. The beautiful thing about this program is it's very simple when it comes to the punches. There are only 6 punches you're going to need to know. And if you're brand new to boxing, here are the things that you need to know that will carry you through the majority of this program when it comes to boxing. Number 1 is the stance. You will be introduced to it, but here's the bottom line, what you need to know. If you're left-handed, like me, your right foot is going to be your lead foot, okay? And vice versa, if you're right-handed, like most individuals, your left foot is going to be your lead foot. I'm going to go back to left-hand stance since I'm left-handed. This is all you need to know. They're going to be calling out numbers, 1 through 6. All of your odd numbers are going to be on the side of your lead foot. It's your weak hand, your off hand. And then your even numbers are going to be your strong hand. So if I'm left-handed, the 1, which is a jab, is with my right hand. My 3 is a hook, and that's with my right hand. And then the 5 is going to be an uppercut with my right hand. On the other side, you just have to worry about the straight, which is a 2. You're going to have, again, a hook, which is going to be 4, with the left hand in my case, and a 6, which is going to be the uppercut with my offhand. So you can kind of see here, the 1 and 2 are different. It's a jab with your offhand and a straight with your strong hand. Then you have 2 matching hooks, 3 and a 4, and 2 matching uppercuts, 5 and a 6. They will mention in the videos to call out your punches. Absolutely do that. You may feel a little silly doing it at first, but it's going to do that brain-body connection. So as you do the combos, you're just going to, under your breath, be going 1, 2, 1, 2, etc. It's going to program you to get that. And so it's going to teach you how to almost automatically do the combos after a while. And then you can just worry about your form and then eventually your speed. Now, final note about the punches, especially your first time through. And if you're going at half speed or slower, so basically if you're in that category of losing 25 to 75 pounds of weight or 75 pounds plus, you're going to be going slow. I really recommend you just mainly worry about the form. You're going to notice in my 5-minute videos, I'm going to be emphasizing the torquing, the rotating. That's going to be really, really useful. In the edited parts of the video that you're going to see here from earlier, you'll notice I'm going to be emphasizing the form from the different angles, focusing on the rotations, both in the lower body, a lot of torque in the abs, that's going to be big. Keep the form straight. That way, as you get in better shape and get faster, your body will automatically have that good form. So don't start sloppy with the form just because you're maybe out of breath. Just go nice and slow. Slow it down. You can't go too slow as a beginner, and work on the form, then go from there. All right, the first thing I'm going to cover with you is how the exercises will look on the recordings. For every round, when there are going to be key exercises, I'm going to be showing you a straight on view, and I'm also going to be trying to provide you with a side view, okay? Now you will also notice that throughout the round, they may build up a combo. So as a completely random example, maybe they'll start with a jab, and they're gonna jab for, let's say, a minute, and then they're gonna go and add a cross. So it'll be jab, cross, and let's say maybe they finish up with an uppercut. So jab, cross, uppercut. So in my videos, you're not gonna see me talk about the jab first, then the cross, and then the uppercut. I'm going to always show you the end result combo. So by the end of a round, it's going to build up to a combo, and your form there is going to be critical. So for example, I will go and show you, hey, here's the end combo for round one as an example. So jab, cross, uppercut, but I'm going to comment on things that are important to the form for that exercise. And again, I'll show it face on and then sideways. Now the second big thing that I want to point out has to do with protecting your knees. So if you're a big guy like me, or let's say you're just starting out, maybe you're a little bit more heavy set, one of the biggest dangers with any of these workouts where there's a lot of movement, a lot of them will have jumping around, etc., it can put a tremendous amount of pressure on your knees. The golden rule I want you to follow when you're starting out, or if you have troubled knees, is we do not jump. You're going to see me do alternate movements where maybe I'm transitioning some weights or simulating almost a jump, where I maybe squat down and come up and get on my toes, but you're going to notice my feet don't fully leave the ground, because the idea here is when all that weight drops, it's going to put all that pressure on the balls of your feet, then go to your knees. And when you do this in rapid succession of a workout, it can cause a lot of aches and pains in the knees, maybe injuries. Last thing as a beginner I want you to do is irritating your knees or hurting yourself and then giving up on the program. So again, look for those modifications throughout the program. Now, I'm going to right now show you two really important ones that will be kind of given examples that you want to always apply. Number one has to do with a squatting motion. So anytime you have a motion where, for example, you're squatting down for a punch or actually doing an actual squat, the big thing you want to keep in mind is you want your butt going backwards, okay? You never want your knees to go forward, especially over your toes. So if you have poor form, watch my glutes. Poor form, I'm squatting down like this, my butt is staying kind of forward, pressure on the knees go over the toes, my heels are almost lifting off the ground, or actually lifting off the ground, really, really bad for you. Instead, you're going to want to stick your butt back. That's going to put the pressure on your quads, on your glutes, and again, notice my knees don't go forward as much. In fact, my heels are down, I can almost lift my toes in this example. So by keeping it like that, you're going to protect your knees there, okay? And then the second thing is, whether it's with your beginning stance, so you're going to see them kind of do these jumps, okay, this kind of your generic stance. Notice I'm fully swapping weight here, almost jumping. You don't want to do that. So all in that beginning stance, you can just transition your weight like this if you need. This is kind of like your go-to, but notice I'm transitioning the weight back and forth, but my feet are just staying on the ground. Going to protect your knees, nice and simple. The third and final thing is dealing with lack of weights and as well potentially with the bands. So I wanted to mention the bands first. If you signed up for the BeachBody kind of challenge package program that they did for the 10 rounds promotion, you will have received bands like this. You may have them from other workouts or other reasons as well, but you'll see them a lot of times in the warm-up motions where you see them kind of do movements like this, up and down, in and out. Great for warming up, but what if you don't have these? Well, obviously you could just do it, the movements just with your arms, for example, but another easy fix, it's not going to really fully replicate it, but you can go something as simple as grabbing a little workout towel, and now I'm going to pull apart and do the same movements, keeping tension on the towel. That will still work your muscles like your shoulders, for example, and some of the other muscle groups covered. It's not going to be a perfect replication, but it's good enough if you have nothing else. So again, just use a workout towel or a hand towel, whatever you have available for you. So that's the towels. The final thing I want to talk about is if you have lack of weights. Now, one step down is if you have bands. Now, for me, when I started this program, I had previously only worked out at the gym. I never had weights at home. And I got into this program because of the whole COVID-19 pandemic. So when I got into it, unfortunately, most of the stores that sold gym equipment were closed or sold out. So I wasn't able to get free weights. So you may run into the same problem, or you don't have room for weights, or they're too expensive, but you still want to do a workout. So step one would be getting a band system. Here's an example of one. I was able to get a full set of them for about 50 bucks on Amazon, of a good quality one. What's nice about this, you can do a lot of the exercises, bicep curls, shoulders. The vast majority of the exercises you can do using these bands. So that's one option, but what if you don't have that either? Well, I got you covered as well. So what I did was I went to the grocery store and I was able to get these nice 99-cent containers of water. I tape this around because it comes with little handles. Now you don't have to necessarily trust these. If you kind of go nice and smooth, these should be able to hold up. You can, for example, do a bicep movement. But what I end up doing is actually just holding them in my grasp. You can get small ones if this is too big or too heavy. But the idea here, you can do a lot of the same movements. So like a bicep curl, for example, shoulder presses, etc. And you're going to be seeing using a format like this in my videos. What's also nice about this is if you do choose to go with a format like this, you're going to really work your grip strength a lot more. So if I'm doing like a side lateral of this, really going to test the grip because the area you're grasping is much larger. The larger the surface area, the more difficult it is. Now, it may not be as heavy as the weights you would traditionally do in a workout, but that's okay. You're doing a lot of repetitions in these workouts so that you're still going to get the conditioning element and it will do for the time being. So that's for the moderate weights. Now for heavier weights, I happen to get water delivery service. So this is what I use for the heavier weights. You're going to see me when I do squats, etc. You can a lot of times just get water containers at the store as well. Not too expensive, and this is something that is still essential items or an essential item, so you can get a hold of it. Not too expensive again, and it's got a nice handle. Final recommendation is if you're real desperate, you can get like a gym bag filled with some books or something, add some weight to it, and use that as an alternative as well. So those are the key things you need to know about the videos. You're gonna wanna look for those elements in my 5-minute videos. Hopefully this primer has helped you out. If it has, again, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell to be notified when other videos drop. Check out the playlist for the BeachBody On Demand 10 rounds program that I have here, so you can check out all the workouts I do, and also my other BeachBody On Demand workouts as well. If you want to get in shape with me and Body Mind 360, we do have a BeachBody On Demand challenge group. If you have a subscription to BeachBody On Demand, then you can simply contact me via any of my information below, and you can join for free my challenge group. If you do not have a subscription, I am an independent BeachBody On Demand coach. You can see the link to my independent coaching page below. You can use that to join and become a part of our program, get in shape alongside with me. So again, hope you found this video nice and helpful. And as always, everybody, I look forward to seeing you guys next time on your journey to a healthier body and mind.